my opinion on the Nick Fuentes versus Destiny debate from a few days ago. Oh my god, dude. Destiny fucking destroyed him. Oh my god. When I saw this, like 100,000 people watching this is insane. And then 100,000 people saw Nick completely reverse his entire. He had to walk back every position. Nick Fuentes went in with the idea that the Jews control the world, defending this viewpoint. That was his view. The Jewish question was the debate. And his evidence for this was that the Jews wanted us to invade topple Saddam Hussein. So Destiny just like went through, and he kept being slippery. Nick kept being slippery and trying to like dodge the question and obfuscate and move on to like other stuff. But Destiny fucking nailed him on it. So the Jews wanted us to invade Saddam Hussein in 1991 during the first Gulf War. But the Jew, but so that's like okay, well, why did they do it then? Why didn't the United States invade Saddam Hussein, invade Iraq, and topple Saddam Hussein in 1991? And Nick Fuentes' answer was, oh well, the Jews weren't powerful enough to do that yet. They had a lot of power, but they're not that powerful. Okay, so so they're not that powerful. But the Jews, they do want to topple Saddam Hussein. That's why they did it in 2003, and they wanted us to invade Syria and Lebanon too. But we didn't invade Syria and Lebanon. Well, the Jews, they wanted to, but they didn't have that much influence. They weren't able to pull it off, but they tried. And then they made the Office of Special Plans to invade Iraq because they wanted to create intelligence or to provide the Bush administration with unfiltered intelligence to invade Iraq. That's the Jews. But why did they have to create the Office of Special Plans, Nick? Because the CIA told the Bush administration that the WMD claims were bullshit. And then Nixon's like, oh well, the Jews don't really control the CIA. The CIA is an institution with many competing factions within it. The Jews are one of many factions. That's why they had to make the Office of Special Plans to get the unfiltered intelligence up to the president. The unvetted intelligence up to the president. So it's like, okay, so the Jews went from being all powerful, controlling the world, to now they are one of many factions that exist within the CIA, but they're not powerful enough in the CIA to actually do anything. So they have to make a separate organization outside of the CIA's infrastructure to try. And by the end of it, Destiny got Nick to say, "Well, here's my view on the Jews. Actually, it's they don't control the world, but some Jewish people in the United States, have loyalty to Israel. Like he went from they control the world, they wanted us to invade Iraq, they wanted us to topple Saddam in 91, they wanted us to invade Syria and Lebanon, to oh well, some Jews have a pro-Israel stance. Like it was an evisceration. It was an evisceration. Oh, it was glorious. Like honestly, when you see 100,000 people are watching live, and you're like, you better pull this off right, Destiny, and he fucking did. He fucking did. Like, oh, like there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who are just bad debaters. Um, but he was a masterclass. It was able to adapt on the fly, and was able to actually like nail him down. And then the whole thing Nick wanted to argue too was, well, I've been banned from almost every website. That must be because of the Jews and the ADL. It's like, no, dude, you've been banned from every website because they don't want to be associated with a bunch of neo-Nazis talking, right? That's basically it. Like, I'm a free speech person. Like, I'm free speech, but but I recognize that the reason you've been banned from places is because they don't want to be associated with Nazis, right? Like even Nazis should have free speech, but it's understandable that websites don't want to host Nazis. They don't want to be like, this is the home of the Nazis. All the other places have banned you. We don't want to be the last place left where the Nazis, congregate. It's understandable. Still, I think free speech. Now, as for Nick himself, I don't know if he's violated terms of service in other ways. But in terms of just being a Nazi, I don't think that should be enough to get you banned.